metalcore. Welcome to Wrassleboys. I cracked
Hello.
everyone up with something stupid right before we did this.
Yes.
Yes.
Hello. We've got Ash on the 1 and 2s.
1 and 2s
I'm Meg Fighter.
and 3s.
And here's Rocktan. Yeah, we hired him again.
Yeah, he's back. We don't know if we're gonna fire him by the end of the episode, but he's back.
We hired him so last minute he didn't even have time to properly prepare to watch the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're covering TNA Impact January 11th, 2007 at the Impact Zone.
We're at the Impact Zone. I wonder how long I'm going to keep putting in my notes that we're coming from the Impact Zone.
We're still at the Impact Zone, brother.
I want to start off with a correction. We looked it up after the initial recording of the last episode. That was Samoa Joe's girlfriend.
That was Samoa Joe's girlfriend at the time. I don't know who it is.
We don't know who it is, and quite frankly, the commentary didn't tell us that, so...
We couldn't hear the commentary at all.
Especially not on this episode.
No.
Holy shit. Like, the audio on everything was just so poorly balanced that it was like, the music was louder than the commentary, the fucking pyro was louder than the commentary.
Louder than the commentary.
The crowd, everything was so fucking loud except the commentary.
There's a quick recap of last week, and then we have Kurt Angle going into Jim Cornette's office while Jim Cornette's talking about chairs or something.
To some guy called Ron.
Ron. He sits down, and I guess he just accepts the fact that he's doing a 30-minute Iron Man match for a Final Resolution.
Jim Cornette once said that, I think this was during the time he was in TNA, that he said he was there on a favor to I believe
probably
Jarrett's dad.
Yeah.
And Jerry. Yeah. And he basically he didn't want to be there because Vince Russo was there.
Of course he doesn't want to be there with Vince Russo being there.
Of course Vince Russo was here.
But they basically said he would never have to like deal with him face to face. But essentially, how Cornette tells it, and you can take that with a grain of salt, but it does make sense considering Impact tended to be crazily booked, that he was like there to basically clean up all the shit that Vince Russo threw out, just try to manage it as best he could so it wasn't completely stupid.
To be a filter, I guess.
Pretty much. And he eventually gave up because you just can't. No one can really undo the amount of stupid Vince Russo throws out on a daily basis.
Vince McMahon was basically the only guy who could really filter out Vince Russo's terrible ideas.
Yeah.
Anything good.
And then Vince Russo thought that that means my ideas are too good to be stopped, which means I need to have more bad ideas. I need to continue to increase the number of bad ideas I'm having. Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, we were agreeing. I was silently agreeing with you. It's like, yeah, that sounds about right.
You know that whole phrase of if you find out who's in control, criticize who you're not allowed to, or find out who you're not allowed to go after. And then it's just no, you just end up going after children and dead babies.
Yeah, I know.
Jim Cornette actually said he's asked Jerry for years, why did you hire Vince, and he's never answered.
Yeah, Jeff Jarrett
never been able to answer that question
at this point.
I don't know.
But we start off with just a shitload of pyro
and a cage with the reserved sign on it, a red cage.
Red cage.
Hint. It's not a hint.
That's not a hint at
That's
anything.
not a hint at all.
They just like the color red, I guess. Opening match is Maverick Matt.
Is it going to be the Hell in the teenage version of the WWE's Hell in a Cell stage?
No, TNA did it first.
Okay.
They had the red cages first.
Yes, we got Maverick Matt of Raven's new group Serotonin coming out with Kazarian and I think it's
Raven.
Johnny Devine.
Or it's Johnny Devine. Oh yeah.
Well, I
like,
thought I read it as the other guy was named Serotonin.
No,
No,
their
no.
group is Serotonin.
Okay.
And
I
I'm
missed-
glad
Two
they
members of
I'm glad that
Serotonin.
Impact brought the Serotonin because I don't have any.
Speaking of bringing the serotonin, here comes Kurt Angle, who is facing off
Matt-
against Maverick Matt.
Speaking of Matt Bentley,
Kurt Angle's not on Serotonin. What are you talking about?
No, he's just on perks.
speaking of Matt Bentley, he looks a lot like someone from like a guy from a small guy from WWE that I can't think of the name of. He looks so alike him that I just can't think. Oh, Shannon Moore. That's who he looks like.
He looks a little bit like Shannon Moore.
Yeah. Kinda.
But yeah, as soon as you hear the weird alien synth of Kurt Angle coming out, you just know that this guy's fucking dead.
This guy's done.
This guy's donezo.
I barely put the effort to remember any of his offense because I knew he was just gonna get fucking killed.
Yeah, Kurt Angle just kills him. Like the serotonin interferes a little bit.
And
Just
they
like
just get suplexed.
grabbing Kurt Angle by the leg, and then Kurt Angle just suplexes all three of them.
He triple suplexes fucking Bentley and just gives like Kazarian and Raven each a suplex.
I don't think it's Raven. I think it's someone else. Because
you
why
think
would
Johnny
Raven
Devine?
be a lackey in Raven's group?
No, Raven's out there to help his lackey.
Yeah, but then who's that guy caning them in the stupid jacket and the
That's
bird
what
mask?
I was asking, and you kept insisting it was Raven, but I still
No,
think it's not
because-
Raven.
This is... You're gonna make me say it. It's fat alcoholic Raven. Okay, there you go.
He was not that wide, even in his fat alcoholic state.
Ellie.
I like Raven.
What?
He was dumpy when he was in like fucking TNA.
Oh my god, okay. But basically, Kurt Angle hits the Olympic Slam, he locks in the ankle lock, and fucking Matt Bentley taps.
Along with an Olympic Slam, but yes.
Yeah,
2 weeks after apparently Raven has debuted his new faction, they just got killed by a single Kurt Angle.
Right.
That sounds a lot like some WWE guys that came over from NXT. They just
Like
would come in
Retribution.
and maybe in a week or two would just immediately get jobbed out.
We could say Retribution. It's okay.
Retribution.
Yes.
Yes, and then we get a recap of the Kurt Angle Joe feud. This is going to be the third match in their feud, and we get the song "Yearning" by the Autumn Offering.
You know, it actually sounds pretty good.
It's not horrible, I guess. I mean, if you're into metalcore.
Okay,
I like metalcore.
Here's a quick rundown on the Autumn Offering. They're a metalcore band formed in Daytona Beach, Florida in 1999. They were moderately successful. They were signed to Stillborn Records. They broke up in 2010.
11 years is a pretty good run.
And not a single member has a Wikipedia page, including singer Matt McChesney, who was in Hell Within, Tommy Church, who was in Mushroomhead.
They had 13 members. Jesus.
Yeah.
A lot of members, but none with Wikipedia pages.
I like metalcore. I like metalcore.
It was founded by Jamie Yasta of Hatebreed.
No, that was the guy who had the record label. He has Stillborn Records.
He signed them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just very mid 2000s metalcore band that people forgot about. Not bad, it's just there.
They're there.
Is this a unique song? Because I can't find any of the fucking... I can't find their songs anywhere.
I know, like, let me check YouTube Music. Let me.
Oh God, they got signed to Victory Records, a company that I've always hated because the
Yearning was on Embrace the Gutter.
I've heard from. I remember hearing from somebody that who said that Victory Records would actually interfere with the bands that they signed and like tell them to change their sound. just to make them more marketable.
Right after they released the Embrace the Gutter, they sacked their singer and then changed to a different sound. So that's accurate.
Oh
right,
yeah. I was right. Ah!
Yeah.
Team 3D or commandeering a Humvee, and Brother Ray's got a pipe, and Brother Devon is hymning Glory Glory Hallelujah.
He's humming it just the whole time
As Brother Ray declares war on Mexicans.
Brother Devon, get the tables.
Oh man,
Brother Devon, get
that
the
would have been brilliant, actually. Shit. That would actually been great.
He's declaring war on Mexicans, also known as the LAX.
Yeah. Hey, be fair. Be fair. Homicide's Puerto Rican.
He is, and he's from New York. Puerto Rico, New York.
Yeah.
Very Puerto Rican borough of New York. There you go.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why this segment cracked me up.
It just keeps going.
It keeps going, and also they're just I don't know. There's something about stupid levels of patriotic that I think is just hilarious in my opinion. Like when you're that guy who's got the whole American flag shirt and you're at a fucking Target, you know?
Like, man, who are you trying to prove?
Who are you trying? Who are you
trying to impress?
I love America.
Yeah, there's a level of stupid patriotism where it's kind of charming, but you can still laugh at it. But and then there's there's the patriotism that's the Trumper.
I had a fucking American flag bucket hat that I wore all the time when I was a teenager, and I would wear it to Walmart, and I would wear it to the Denny's I'd always go to, and then my dog ate it.
Oh no. My dog ate my shirt.
My dog ate my hat.
That's why I can't come into school today.
No, he ate my hat. I had alopecia as a kid. I had a bald. The back of my head was bald.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it eventually went away. It's weird.
That is very weird.
Yeah,
I thought alopecia was supposed to be permanent. I
anyway,
guess
not. But Brother Ray says his well-known catchphrase, "Devon, get the bazooka."
Devon doesn't get the bazooka, by the way.
No, he just says testify.
Isn't alopecia the thing that Will Smith's daughter has?
Keep my wife's name.
No, his wife.
Out your goddamn
mouth.
mouth.
Wife, right.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
No, I toned it down a little bit. Okay.
Hey, tone it down, really.
Anyway,
then we cut to commercial.
there's a caning after a commercial. Matt Bentley gets
they
caned.
show during the break we get this eyes wide shut shit where fine, it's probably Raven.
He got a bird mask. It's Raven.
It's Raven in a mask and a white suit, and he's just caning Maverick Matt over again. That white suit
makes him look really fat. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, that's why I didn't believe for a second that was Raven, because it's Raven's not that wide, even in his fat alcoholic days.
I don't even know if he's an alcoholic. If Raven watches this, I'm sorry.
Just Incredible's gonna tell on us.
Just Incredible, our one and only viewer, is going.
Oh wait, no. He's following the new Twitter account.
Yeah.
Shit.
Instead of Raven comes out to the ring, instead of a shopping cart full of weapons, it's just bottles and bottles of Jack Daniels in the cart.
But yeah, this is some eyes wide shut shit that we're looking at here.
So we cut to Samoa Joe back in the locker room, and it says that is Samoa Joe's locker room, which is weird because there's 40 fucking lockers in it.
Why does he have so many lockers?
Each one is for one pair of pants.
Fucking Samoa Joe has too many lockers. He's all angry about fucking Kurt Angle and the Iron Man match.
And you know what?
He says
he could care.
He could care. Not even I could care less. He says I could care.
Not I couldn't care. I could care.
You know what? I want to actually shame myself for making that comment. I shouldn't really joke about someone's alcohol problem.
No. Really, Jack Daniels?
Look, Justin, I'm sorry, okay? Justin, please. I'm gonna assume you're our only viewer.
Don't tell Raven we said anything.
Yeah, Keep it secret.
Because he will find he will find us.
He'll find us and hit us with oranges.
I'm just incredible, and Wrassleboys' fucking son.
Oh my god.
He has a watch, and he says, "Time's running out, Kurt Angle."
That's impressive because CM Punk doesn't have a watch.
Yeah, he doesn't have a watch, but he always knows what time it is. It's just clobbering, 24/7.
All the time. And John Cena's time says now.
What time is it now?
I don't know, actually would be great if CM Punk actually had a watch, except it was like a little toy watch with the thing telling time.
Thing fist watch.
It's clobbering time. Ash's dad breaks the fucking watch with a hammer. We've told that story before.
I think we did.
We don't have to retell it. Yeah, we told that story on an episode.
So we were going to get ready for a 6-man tag consisting of Chris Sabin, AJ Styles, and
James Storm.
James Storm, sorry.
James Storm, Chris Sabin, AJ Styles versus Petey Williams, Christopher Daniels, and Rhino.
But Mega Fighter gets distracted by the fact that during like a previous segment, AJ Styles hits the gritty before his heel turn.
During a heel segment where he does a fake out injury on Rhino and gets the win. AJ Styles hits the gritty and I just
does
start
a little
losing
shuffle dance.
I just start losing my mind.
Right now, the gritty is most associated with the best wide receiver right now in the NFL, Justin Jefferson.
Yes.
Yeah, you do a little shuffle when you're in the end zone.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he got that from somewhere else, someone else, though.
Everything's derivative. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this 6-man tag is good.
It's pretty good. Just like these X Division guys, and then a decent wrestler in James Storm, and then just Rhino killing people.
Rhino hitting that fucking spinebuster you can feel on AJ Styles.
AJ wins by once Christopher Daniels gets tagged in for a hot tag. He kind of fakes an injury, and Christopher Daniels gets concerned enough to get close and gets rolled up and gets pinned.
Yeah.
Oh, the name of the dance actually comes from the creator Alan Gritty Davis. Whoever
is his middle name Gritty?
That's like a nickname. And he was a high school football player. He was inspired by the Nene.
Oh.
Oh God, that's horrible.
After Solento went to jail.
Yeah. Also, while we're talking about it, was he the inspiration for the football mascot Gritty? Or was he baseball?
I don't know. Football, baseball, whatever. Anyway, we talked to our NWA champion, James Mitchell.
Yes.
About Abyss and the All-American Rejects. Because I'll keep your dirty little secret. Who has to know?
Oh my God. James Mitchell is basically talking about how he's trying to keep Abyss in line, threatening to spill the beans.
I have your dick pics, Abyss, and I'm gonna show them.
Isn't this the secret that leads into like fucking Judas Messias or some shit?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know how this goes. It's a very long storyline. It's a couple years apparently.
18 months or 6 months or whatever it was. 16 years, 18 months.
You know what's weird? This is actually around the time I was watching TNA.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out what the secret was because I was a fucking child and I didn't know.
You were a mark.
And I was a mark.
Yes. And it's like, and eventually I think we will find out the secret. At some point. My money's on Judas Messias, though. Promo kind of just cuts into. Does it cut right away? It cuts right into
the Texas Hold'em, where they don't actually play Texas Hold'em, and they all just draw a card, and whoever gets the 2 highest points gets a match at Final Resolution.
Yeah, well, it would be like whoever wins ties with Austin Starr, and then they'll have a match at Final Resolution for who wins the Paparazzi Challenge Series. This segment goes by, a lot of these Paparazzi Challenge Series segments go by so fast, and I can't focus.
Hey, you're
Like,
not sure what's happening.
Kevin Nash was bogarting all the beer. That's about all I could remember from it. But it's gonna be Austin Starr and Alex Shelley they're gonna be fighting at Final Resolution. We get some kind of funny like matchup screens for the show for Final
Yeah,
Resolution.
like Sting just screaming and Kurt Angle making a weird face.
And
Yeah.
the fact that Homicide can't see.
He looks like he's doing he's trying to do a Godzilla roar.
I think it was Homicide.
Now they don't know why that red cage with reserved on the front of it is out. The commentary's confused by it.
We thought they explained it earlier. No, it turns out they don't know either.
And they interview punished Chris Harris.
Punished Chris Harris
with the eye patch.
Eye patch, yeah.
You know, he got bottled in the face by James Storm, and he's talking about there's a 50% chance that he's going to become Braden Walker in a year. And that he'll never see again.
Or be able to hear knock knock jokes again without going into a flashback.
Yes. Knock knock.
Yeah, I'll be honest, this was actually a pretty nice, like, heartfelt, like, promo by Chris Harris.
Yeah.
Which makes it all the more jarring when we immediately cut to Conan getting jumped by Team 3D.
Yeah, Conan just in the crowd and they get jumped by Team 3D.
Yeah, that was a really jarring cut. Just
like, he was already on the ground, I think, by the time they cut.
Just cut from a promo to just chaos happening immediately.
And then we get
very calm. This very calm, somber scene of someone just like, I'm so depressed. I don't know if I'm gonna make.
I didn't want this team to break up this way.
And then, oh my god!
And then Team 3D are like, oh, that's one of you down. And now we're gonna take out the other two of you.
We cut from the initial jump to like an interview segment with Team 3D. We're getting so much Team 3D.
No, we get an interview segment with Eric Young, who's got pills for some reason.
And it's talking about how his nipples are soft or something.
And it's making his nipples soft. So is he doing like HRT? I don't know.
Yeah, I was like, is this roids? Is he doing
his nipples are SAWFT soft?
Anyway, Team 3D just sort of shoo him away and then continue to talk.
And like froze his hat. Like, brother, he froze the hat. He froze the pipe.
Like, we're coming for you.
We're coming. It's a lot of Team 3D on this.
So we got VKM going to the Alamo as two 40-year-old men.
Try to do comedy. Like, this segment's less than a minute, but we get so much bonus.
They go to Alamo, rent a car, and they're like, oh, why does Shawn Michaels need a car? He's in San Antonio. And then they ride a canoe, or like they pretend to ride a canoe, but they're actually just sitting on a log.
Road Dogg sits on a cactus or something.
Road Dogg sits on a cactus, and then they go to like the Alamo, and it's like, oh, did you know the Alamo was built with taxpayer money or something?
Yeah, like appropriated funds.
And then
you know what would have been
Shawn Michaels isn't here. Guess we win. And then the
you know what would have been great if they had this reference if they went up to like a reception and asked somebody if there's a basement.
Oh, that would have been good. Yeah, there's no basement in the Alamo. I was figuring they were gonna go just straight to the Alamo Draft House Cinema or something. Just really fucking.
This is stupid.
This sucks.
Yeah, the weirdest part of this whole thing was when they sped up the footage and started playing what was essentially like a Benny Hill kind of thing.
Music, yeah.
But it wasn't Benny Hill, and I'm like, that would have been so easy.
If someone can make like a Benny Hill theme edit, but just have every note just be "Help me, they're in my."
Help me,
like, there's no way you can't tell me they like what Benny Hill music should be public domain at this point. Like, there's no way they shouldn't have been able to use it.
But no, thanks, Disney. Can't have that.
And in the most Vince Russo-y segment of the night, we have Tomko come out with Christian, and Jim Cornette's in the ring, and he says, "Hey, Christian Cage, that cage is for you, Christian Cage. We want Christian Cage to be in the cage. Christian, get in the cage. Christian Cage. Christian Cage, get in the cage. Cage, Christian. And it's like, and the Christian's just like, why do I have to get in the fucking? It's for like 10 minutes. I don't even. And then Kurt Angle comes out and forces him to be in the cage, and he takes the
Forces
key.
Christian Cage to be in the cage.
Christian Cage gets in the cage. Christian Cage is in the cage. The Christian Cage, who's in the cage. Christian Cage.
Who's in Christian's cage.
Who's in Christian's Christian Cage. Did you know that Tomko was the bodyguard for Limp Bizkit?
Thanks for letting us know. So we got Tomko with Christian Cage.
That sounds like a great
versus,
job.
Abyss with James
you have to be the bodyguard for that douchebag Fred Durst.
So Abyss enters through the other tunnel because there's two tunnels and one's on one
is there
side.
is this like an AEW thing where there's a heel tunnel?
Yeah,
and a
but
face
they're on
tunnel?
the opposite sides of the ring,
Oh.
and the it's in the center.
Okay, so and Abyss goes through the face tunnel, I guess.
Yeah.
And James Mitchell's shocked face just sends me into a fit of laughter.
He's like, "Haw."
Oh.
So they mostly brawl, and then Samoa Joe just sort of shows up to attack Kurt Angle, who's watching
Who's
Christian
still out
Cage.
there, I guess.
He's protecting Christian from his cage in the Christian cage of Christian Cage. So
he's making sure that Christian stays in his Christian cage.
he's making sure that Christian Cage stays in his Christian cage. Christian's trying to find a way out, but when Samoa Joe chokes out Kurt Angle of the Christian Cage, he finds the key to the Christian Cage, and Christian Cage escapes the Christian Cage.
Using the key for the Christian cage.
Yeah, the key for the Christian Cage, so the Christian Cage can leave the Christian Cage. And Christian interferes right after a big black hole slam on Tomko, and then Sting shows up.
This is the ending that it was last week, where Sting comes to the save again.
Yeah, but they did it slightly different because after they clear house and Abyss and Sting are there, and Christian's ran off from his Christian Cage, like he suddenly attacks Sting, and James Mitchell goes.
Abyss suddenly attacks Sting, yeah. And they play Abyss's music twice.
They play Abyss's music after he wins, and then after he beats up Sting. They do it twice. Then we end with an AMV of the Autumn Offering playing their song, The Yearning.
One last thrill, actually.
One last thrill.
Yes. I think you make a fighter were the one that came up with the funny idea of like what would have been great is Kurt Angle eats the key. Just swallows it.
I made a joke. It's like, I'm gonna eat the key.
It's a very Kurt Angle move.
Was this episode good?
I feel like it was a little better.
It was a little better, yeah.
Like I felt like most of the insanity was kept to like the main event more than anything. Yeah. I was still very confused, but
by far, I think the most confusing thing was the card game, the random card game.
The card game, the editing on the PCS.
I mean, at least the story had a through line of like. It had two through lines. It had the Team 3D thing. It had the cage. And it had what's Abyss, like whose allegiance Abyss is with. I feel like that's at least somewhat consistent, and you could kind of piece that together, and also that 6-man tag's pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, I can for some reason all I can imagine them. Can we do a segment? Can we do a segment where we play cards just so we can play cards?
Hold on. Okay, let me get some cards.
That sounds like a very Kevin Nash thing to do, honestly.
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, I got... All right, we're going to play cards, everyone. We're going to play cards. Okay.
Wait.
Big Fighter, you got a 10 of spades.
I think what Rocktan meant was more than
Rocktan,
Kevin Nash.
You got a 10 of diamonds.
Oh.
And I'm gonna draw one for me. I got a 10 of clubs. Is this rigged? Hold on, let me try again.
Do you not shuffle these cards?
I got a 7 of clubs that time.
This gets us 2 sevens, then we're ending.
All right, let's do it again. Oh, you got a 4. Whose card is that? Actually, I don't.
That might have been mine.
That's yours. Roxanne's got a 7. Me, I got a 4.
All right, Roxanne wins.
Roxanne
Yay.
wins. Yeah, play card.
All right. So overall,
I won
yes,
a thing.
you won getting fired.
Oh man, you drew the highest card. That's how you get fired.
Like golf now. But yeah, overall a better episode than last week.
Well, I guess we got final resolution.
I don't know
to look
what the
forward
point
to.
of you guys firing me is, because you always hire me back anyway.
Shut up.
I don't like your attitude. You're fired again.
Ah, shit.
No need to lip from you.
I don't want to hear you talk back.
Yeah. So, we got Final Resolution coming up, and that's probably going to be at least an enjoyable show because it's like it'll be what, like 2.5 hours, 3 hours maybe.
Yeah, thereabouts.
We'll have more to. Yeah, so we'll have more to work with.
Ew.
We'll probably see more people.
I feel like
we might not have a stupid I don't know. I can't guarantee that.
It's Vince Russo. There's going to be at least a stupid segment.
Yeah.
Mega Fighter, how about we end this with a speech? Let me get you set up.
I am a very American man who is here to fight off all the Mexicans. I don't know.
America. Yeah.
America.